Since 2007, the Syscom and ProEco Africa projects have developed a scientific basis for comparing conventional and organic farming in tropical countries. In this series of videos, we look at how Kenyan farmers implement the ecological approach on their organic farms. In each episode, we focus on a specific subject. Dr. Anne Muriuki has been involved from the early moments of the research projects. She knows the farmers, she knows the challenges, and she has scientific knowledge about organic farming in Africa. We follow her to visit 5 farmers in Kenya and learn about their journey. In this video, we visit the farm of Apollo Ngumba and talk with him about the ecological approach to organic agriculture. An active, system-oriented ecological approach to organic farm management is required for success. This is knowledge-intensive and should focus on practices that use local resources to care for soils and boost biodiversity. Apollo will show us how he integrates this approach in simple ways on his farm. Mr. Ngumba's farm is in Murang'a County, on the slopes of Mount Kenya. Despite climate change, it is a fertile area. There is quite a lot of rain.
Hey, Mr. Ngumba!
Yes.
How are you?
Very fine.
And your dear wife? Ah, wonderful.
What I farm tea. I got vegetables, potatoes, spinach.
I know you have not always been organic. When did you start?
I started organic farming in 2016. We were using chemicals.
Yes.
My first target was to cure my soil.
All right.
Yeah.
Many farmers find that they lose a lot of yield in the first few years of organic farming, and it's a real pain. They are unable to persevere. How did you persevere yourself?
Myself, because I wasn't looking for the cash coming from there, but I was looking for the health-wise.
Of the health of
the
your soil.
future generation.
That
yes,
was your
not
motivation.
Mine. Already mine is poisoned. But I was looking for great-grandchildren. I could farm food for my family and myself, and I could see the difference.
Conventional farming is where we are using inorganic inputs that are purchased, for example, fertilizers and pesticides that are actually manufactured. Organic is where you're using natural nutrient cycles, a lot of biomass, and composting that and using the nutrients in the compost to fertilize the next crop. I think you also keep livestock. This is a livestock house. Yes. Mr. Ngumba is very passionate about what he does. Like many farmers in his area, he also keeps animals, which we have found out with time that farmers who also keep livestock are able to use their manure and their farms end up being in a better condition in terms of fertility than those who don't have. So he's not complaining. And when you see a man not complaining, it speaks a lot already. Tell me about this pond.
It is a place for my runoff water from the cattle shed. It is all mixed here automatically. This is a biodigester. It makes biogas. I use this as my cooking.
Very clean energy.
A very clean energy.
So this is your compost pit?
Yeah, this is my compost pit.
Composting is a natural process in which one is converting nutrients held up in plant residues, in manures, in slurry, back into a form that can be absorbed by plants. And that is a microbial process. So you need microorganisms there. So in putting together the compost, one should be able to put in all the materials that will attract those microorganisms.
You add things like eggshell, which I have at home, and I grind it to a powder. Calcium. Yes.
You're adding?
You just sprinkle, cover it, wait for God's work. Yeah, in organic, you need to be patient.
Yes.
Because all these process you see here, it's not an overnight thing. Here is the gold.
Yes, get the gold, the black gold. The black gold.
The black gold comes here.
Wow.
You can see.
I can see.
I think you can see
it has turned from that material to this material.
To that material.
From what you have told me since I came, that all the materials that you are using for fertilizing your farm are coming from within your farm.
Yes.
Our research has shown that farmers converting to organic suffer yield loss compared to conventional in the first 3 to 5 years. After that, the soil recovers and it may give the same yield as conventional farming or even better. Organic farming is more difficult. You have to be very patient. You have to be very observant on what you're doing on your farm so that you know when things are going right or when you're going wrong, when to intervene and what to do. I would say organic farmers are very vigilant. They are very alert and they are always trying to work with nature, as it were. I can see some very good spinach here.
Yes.
You must be making money. These are not just for eating. I'm sure you're selling.
This I'm selling. 8 leaves of this, I'm selling for 10 shillings.
To do organic farming, in addition to being patient, in addition to being hardworking, you need a lot of knowledge.
You have to listen in the class. When it comes to the class,
farming,
I put my ears on.
So you have to accept to be trained and be very attentive to what the teacher tells you.
Exactly.
So that you can come and practice it.
Yes. And you learn and you practice.
Within the Syscom and ProEco Africa projects, farmers and researchers have learned many things from each other. These learnings are still being tested and adapted to improve their effectiveness in different scenarios. The Syscom project continues to experiment, learn, and share knowledge about the ecological approach to organic agriculture in tropical countries across the world.
Wow.